It's fabled, it's fabled, it's fabled with Dinah Kamal.
Hey kids, and welcome to Fabled with Dinah Kamal. That's me, a series where I'll be taking you on a journey through space and time by exploring different cultures through the beauty of story, fables, and folklore. In this week's podcast, we will go back in time to the Great Persian Empire, exploring the wonderful tale, A Little Drop of Honey. Let's begin. On a warm afternoon, on the second floor of a splendid palace that looked over the marketplace of his city, sat a king and his minister. While the king ate some puffed rice on honey, he looked over his land with satisfaction. What a prosperous city he ruled! What a magnificent city! As he daydreamed, a little drop of honey dripped from his puffed rice onto the window ledge. As the minister was about to call a servant to wipe up the honey, the king waved a hand to stop him. "Don't bother. It's only a little drop of honey. It's not our problem." The minister watched the drop of honey slowly trickle down the window ledge and land on the street below. Soon, a buzzing fly landed on the sweet drop of honey. Then, a nearby lizard shot out its tongue and caught the fly. The lizard was taken by surprise when a cat leapt on it. The cat was pounced on by its worst enemy, the dog, which had broken free from its chain. Meowing and barking erupted from the street below the king and his minister. The minister was about to call a servant to go and deal with the growling cat, when the king said, "Relax. The cat and dog belong to the market people. We shouldn't interfere. It's not our problem." The cat's owner was horrified to see her cat being attacked by the big bully of a dog, and started whacking the dog with her broom. The dog's owner was horrified to see her dog being attacked by the big bully of a cat, and started whacking the cat with her broom. Soon, people started coming out from their stalls and houses to see what all the screaming and shouting was about. Seeing their friend's cat being attacked, they joined in berating the dog. Others, seeing the friend's dog being attacked, also joined in. Very quickly, the shouting became violent and the fight broke out in the street. The worried minister turned to the king, but his only comment was, "Not our problem. Here, have some more puffed rice and honey." The king and his advisor ate as they watched the fray below. Soon, the police were called in to break up the fight. But the people were so angry, each side convinced that they were right. Right about what? They couldn't remember. They started attacking the policemen. The fight rapidly broke out into a full-scale riot. The king eyed the minister and said, "I know what you are thinking, but the army will handle it. Besides, this is not our problem." The riot swiftly escalated into a civil war, with looting and destruction all over the city. Buildings were set alight, and by nightfall, the magnificent city was reduced to a pile of smoking ashes. The king and his minister stood spellbound, rooted to the spot where they had been watching all day. "Oh," said the king quietly, "maybe the little drop of honey was our problem. that is all for this week's story. I hope some of you were encouraged by that to deal with any problems you may be facing as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed visiting this ancient tale from the past, stay tuned for next week's episode.
It's fabled, it's fabled, it's fabled with Dinah Kamal.